Welcome to this session on the PMBOK guide, which is one of the most critical resources for project managers worldwide. In this video, we'll explore its PMBOK guide structure with its core elements and recent updates, whether you are preparing for your PMP exam or looking to enhance your project management skills. This guide offers a robust framework to help you deliver the project successfully. By the end of this session, you will have a solid understanding of how PMBOK guide can be applied in real-world scenarios. First, let's understand what is the PMBOK guide. The PMBOK guide stands for the Project Management Body of Knowledge Guide. It's a comprehensive resource developed by the Project Management Institute by PMI to standardize the best practices in project management. Imagine it as a toolkit offering proven techniques, processes, and guidelines to manage project efficiently. The PMBOK guide is recognized globally, making it as a universal language for project managers across different industries. From IT to healthcare to construction, whether you are leading a small team or managing a multi-million-dollar project, this guide provides the structure needed to ensure the success. Why do we use PMBOK guide? Consistency is one of the key benefits of the PMBOK guide. It ensures that everyone involved in a project, from the team members to the stakeholders, is on the same page also, ensuring that all of the communications happen smoothly following a structured approach. This reduces the confusion and minimizes risks, and also it improves the overall efficiency. Additionally, the guide creates a common language for project management language, making communication seamless across different diverse teams by aligning the projects also with the organization goals, as well as it helps businesses to achieve their strategic objectives, ensuring that projects are not just completed but deliver a measurable value. The structure of the PMBOK guide. The PMBOK guide is structured around 5 main processes. And in this case, we are talking about the 6th edition. So the 6th edition PMBOK guide is structured around 5 main process groups and 10 knowledge areas, creating a framework that covers every aspect of the project management. And don't worry, because we are going to go through all of these detailed 5 process groups and each of these 10 knowledge areas with its tools, techniques, the inputs and outputs for each of these processes within these knowledge areas. So the 5 key processes here involve the initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and finally closing the project. This represents the stages of the project when it goes through from start to finish. Each of these stages has specific goals, deliverables, and activities to ensure the project success. The 10 knowledge areas, such as the scope management, the schedule management, and risk management, will dive deeper into the specialized domain later on, equipping project managers with these tools needed to address the specific challenges effectively. A key update in the last edition of these PMBOK 7th edition. So the last edition of the PMBOK guide introduces a significant updates to stay relevant in today's dynamic business environment. One major shift is it emphasizes on agile and hybrid methodologies rather than following only the waterfall methodology. Don't worry, because we're going to discuss all of these definitions of the waterfall, of the agile, and the hybrid projects later on in these sessions. So reflecting the growing need for flexibility in project management, unlike the previous edition as the sixth edition, which were heavily prescriptive. So the new seventh edition adopts a principle-based approach. This means it focuses on foundational principles rather than strict processes, providing project managers the freedom to adapt practices to their specific needs. Additionally, the guide now includes tailoring recommendation, helping the professionals to customize the framework based on the project size, complexity, and industry as well. Now let's talk about the old sixth edition main process group, which we have mentioned earlier as the initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling, and the closing. So the process groups outlined on the PMBOK Guide 6th edition form the backbone of the project management. Each group plays a crucial role. So initiating as a first step or the first process group here, initiating is where you define the project and secure the approval of your project. Then we have planning. Planning involves developing a roadmap, detailing what needs to be done, when, and by whom. The executing process is where the plan is put into an action, delivering the desired variances and making necessary adjustments. The executing, ensuring that you deliver the intended outcomes that you have planned on the second process group. Next, we have the monitoring and controlling, which ensures that the project stays on track by identifying any variances and making any necessary adjustment to bring back the project on track. Finally, closing, where you wrap the project, ensuring the deliverables are met and the stakeholders are satisfied and the lessons learned are documented for the future project. Let's have now an overview about the 10 knowledge area. So the 10 knowledge area complement the process groups, providing a specialized expertise in critical domains. For instance, scope management, where it ensures that all of the project requirements are captured and controlled, and how to avoid scope creep. Schedule management focuses on creating realistic timelines and adhering to them, while cost management helps keeping the project within the budget. Also, we'll have many different knowledge areas such as the risk management, procurement, and another knowledge area that we are going to discuss later on this course. So each of this knowledge area contains a detailed processes and tools enabling the project managers to address specific challenges effectively. Together, the process groups and the knowledge areas provide a holistic approach to manage complex projects. One of the strengths of PMBOK Guide is its flexibility. It recognizes that no two projects are alike and encourages tailoring its framework to meet the specific needs of each project. For smaller, simpler projects, you might focus on few key processes. On the other hand, for the large, complex projects, a more detailed application of the framework may be necessary. The last edition also, the seventh edition or the last edition of PMBOK Guide provides a guidance on balancing the predictive waterfall and agile and hybrid approaches, ensuring that you can choose the best methodology that fit your project needs. What are the practical application of using the PMBOK guide and project management body of knowledge? So the PMBOK guide principles are not just limited into a single industry. For example, an IT company might use it to manage a software development project, incorporating agile methodologies for an iterative delivery. However, on a construction firm might focus on the cost and schedule management to ensure the projects are completed on time within budget. So it's more lead to waterfall approach. In healthcare organization, they can use the guidance to streamline the operation and implement large-scale initiatives like electrical health records, where these examples highlight the adaptability of the PMBOK guide across different industries and project types. The key differences between the sixth PMBOK and the seventh edition. We'll explore that in detail on the next video, but let's just have an overview what are the key differences between both of these editions. So the PMBOK guide has significant changes in its seventh edition to reflect evolving landscape of project management, which is one of the most notable shifts in its moving from a process-based approach in the sixth edition to a principle-based framework in the seventh edition. And this change provides a greater flexibility, enabling the project managers to apply the guidance principle to different project environments, including predictive, agile, and hybrid methodologies. Another key difference is the introduction of performance domain in the seventh edition, replacing the detailed process groups and knowledge areas that were focused on the sixth edition. And this performance domain emphasizes the outcome rather than the specific processes, which align with the modern project management needs. Additionally, the seventh edition places a strong emphasis on the tailoring approach. It encourages the project managers to customize the framework based on project size, complexity, and industry, rather than strictly adhering to predefined processes where it's in the sixth edition. Lastly, the integration of agile and hybrid methodologies reflects the growing demand for flexibility in managing projects in dynamic and uncertain environments, for example, in an IT and software development. So these changes make the seventh edition more relevant to today's world project management challenges while maintaining the foundational principles that have guided the project managers for decades, where it's the sixth edition.